Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's your guy Coldfire, and today of course I'm getting back into the swing of things. It's going to take me a little bit of time to get that pep back in me that I used to have, but I'm on like 3.5 weeks of post surgery. Most of the pain has gone away. Come off some of the medications. I still have a lot of bloating because they cut me in 5 different places. But I'm better and strong. And I just wanted to get back in and do a few videos, reactions that have been on my request channel. And of course, BARBRA, STREISAND, is quickly becoming one of my favorite top 5 singers out of everybody. She's touched me in ways that whenever I was at the hospital, I got to listen to some music, and my husband brought me my Spotify, and I had all and I just listened to Barbara Mandrell. I mean, not Barbara Mandrell. I was thinking of, there was somebody wanting to request her song. Haven't got that yet. Barbra Streisand, or as I call her, Babs. But her words are very healing, and because they're not all that, boom, 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 boom. You need something really relaxing, something that fills your soul with joy, and also someone that can actually make you feel good inside to help that healing process. And I've only found it with a few artists, and Barbara is one of those. And I started reacting to Barbara live at the MGM Grand from 1994, and I wanted to do the next song that she sings in the concert, I'll Know, with Marlon Brando and people. But just to give everyone's a heads up, I did have to open a Patreon page. Most people charge $3 to $7, and I didn't feel that it was right because I like doing this for entertainment, but my videos were getting blocked and they were getting removed without even me knowing which video was even removed. So I had like 28 videos that were removed due to copyright issues. So in order for me to save them, I had to go and put all the ones that were ineligible or got blocked, and I had to throw them into the Patreon website, and I will put that at the bottom in the descriptions if you want to check it out. So I only charged $1. That's the lowest you can charge. There wasn't too many Barbra Streisands that got blocked. It was mostly ABBA, Connie Francis, let me think of the other ones, Patsy Cline, Olivia Newton-John was the biggest one. I mean, and Carpenters. Those were the big ones that I guess because they're all legends in their own being, even though Barbara is as well. But I've noticed that most of my Barbaras and Madonnas did not get blocked. Now there's a plethora of artists I've reacted to maybe once or twice. They got blocked, so I just moved them over to Patreon just to get them off my YouTube channel, so that I can know, hey, did I react to this song before they take it off or before they ban it or whatever. YouTube is becoming real strict with guidelines and everything. Used to, you could play a little bit of video and back it up or pause it or cut it or something like that. That's not even an option anymore. You can sing 3 notes of a song and boom, it's blocked just like that now. I don't know if it's the competitiveness out there or if it's just, I guess maybe they're just trying to stop YouTube reactors. I don't know the reason why. But yeah, when I got out of the hospital, there was over 20 something of my videos that were just completely, whenever I went down the screen, all I could see was the gray box and it says video deleted. And I was like so mad because I'm like, well, it didn't even tell me which ones it was that it deleted, so I could go back in and maybe, dispute it or something like that. But I do that with every video that I put out. If it is blocked, I will dispute it. And usually after a couple of days, they'll release it and let it get played for a while. But then they have 30 days, the copyright owners have 30 days to come back at you. And if they come back at you within 30 days, your video can be completely blocked or taken off. So as soon as I see that it's been, after the 2 days, I'll get the notification, hey, video cannot be put on the channel. So I'll take it and move it over real quick to the Patreon and have a safe place for that. They're not as particular with what gets played on there, as long as no nudity, violence, all those other things that normal things that you shouldn't see on YouTube. But anyways, I'm having to do this without my headset because one of my Shih Tzus chewed through my earphones. So I had to order some more. So I'm doing this blindly, and I hope that it does not affect the experience. But let's get into I'll Know with Marlon Brando and People. Barbra Streisand live at the MGM Grand 1994. Take it away, Barbara.
I needed a night to get used to this. I first heard that song when Ava Gardner sang it in the movie. I had no idea that it came from a Broadway show, because I went to the movies long before I ever went to the theater. Who knew from the theater? I'd go to the Loews Kings in Brooklyn, right? Every Saturday afternoon, because they had the greatest Mellarolles. Now, for those of you who don't know, a Mellarole was this little ice cream log wrapped in paper that sat in this cone, Anyway, I'll never forget when I was 13.
Aww.
Some things improve with age. I'm misguided, I can't believe it. Woo! This girl I knew, Barbara Sankel, who knew I wanted to be an actress, she told me about this actor, Marlon Brando, who was in a movie called Guys and Dolls, which I also didn't know was from a Broadway show. So I went to see it, came in the middle. Everybody came in the middle in those days, remember? It was a life-altering experience, seeing Marlon Brando for the first time. It was the only movie I ever sat through twice, just to get to see him again, and to have another Mellarole. I'll never forget this song. When my love comes along, I'll know then and there. I'll know at the sight of his face how I care, how I care, how I care. And I'll stop and I'll stare at that face in the throng. Yes, I'll know when my love comes along. I sat there in the theater with my hormones raging, and my Mellarole melting all over me. And I felt this, I don't know, chemistry?
Yeah, chemistry.
Oh my God.
Suddenly I know.
Hello, gorgeous.
Comes along.
Is he something or what?
I know.
Oh my God. Here I am
I know.
on the aisle.
Sight of her
My
face.
face?
stare
From that smile,
at
that face
in
in
the
the
throng.
Oi.
Oy vey.
Yes, I know.
Yes, I know.
When my love
When my love
comes on.
I was so jealous of Gene Simmons. She got to have him fall in love with her, and she got to kiss him and everything. I fell in love with you, Marlon. Right then and there, at the Loew's King's Theater in Flatbush. A year later, when I was 14, I crossed the bridge into Manhattan and saw my first Broadway show, The Diary of Anne Frank.
Oh, Lord.
I loved it, but I couldn't afford to see many shows, so I became an usher. And I remember when I was 16, I spent New Year's Eve showing people to their seats, you know, at the Ethel Barrymore Theater. It was a great deal. I got paid $4.15 a show and got to see it for free. And then when I was 21, I actually had a show of my own called Funny Girl. And the first time I sang this song was 30 years ago. Magic number. A lot has changed since then. Music,
Yes.
lines, even the map of the world. But there's one thing that always remains constant because it's true, and it's what this song is about. People,
Yes.
people, are the luckiest people in the world. Where children needing other children, and yet letting a grown-up pride hide all the need inside, acting more like children than children.
Amen, sister.
Lovers are very special people. They are the luckiest people in the world. With one person, one very special person, a feeling deep in your soul says you are half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst. First be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people in the
You are.
A feeling deep in your soul says you are half, now you're whole. No more hunger and thirst. First be a person who needs people. People who need people are the luckiest people
Take it home.
in the world.
Yes.
Thanks, Neil. Thank you.
Wow. That had to be the most incredible live performance that I have seen in a while. Barbara really knows how to put on a show. And I recently went on, when I was on bed rest, I recently watched this. It was a short documentary about the top 10 female famous artists of all times. I can't believe she only made it to number 5, which I was pissed off about. But if it's true what they said about this, they were on there saying that when Barbara was growing up, her mother was very cruel to her. Because like she said, she always wanted to be an actress. And her mother would constantly point out, you're never going to be an actress with a face like that, especially when your nose is so big. And all these, always about her looks and everything. And then supposedly her father died, her first father died young, which didn't treat her well anyways. And then when her mother remarried, it got worse, and the second husband wouldn't even look or even talk to Barbara, which astounds me so much. But yet at the same time, it gives me solace to know that even with all that bullshit she went through, that look where she's at now. She got the last laugh. And this is no slam towards Barbara. Please don't take it as that. But I'm going to use a quote to her mother. Don't cut your nose to spite your face. That's exactly what Barbara held to. And look where she's at now. Worth millions of dollars. So many Grammys. So many Oscars. So many Tonys. I saw it had a picture of her bookshelf. And it was like all this gold awards. And I was just thinking, how in the hell is that bookshelf not fell down yet? It was like so many awards on there. And I also love the fact that they did say on there that Barbara was always outspoken. She did not care what anybody said, even if she thought it would hurt her career. Which reminds me of someone else that I love, Madonna. But she didn't care about telling the world that she was a liberal Democrat. She didn't care what she said that could probably hurt her career. Those two I both idolize in that aspect. And the fact that she proudly admits all that stuff and she still persevered shows a strong woman. And to me, Barbra Streisand, the very first time I ever heard her sing, showed a strong woman. Even when I saw her on the Judy Garland show, the Gary Moore show, things like that resonate. And it's like, there are things that happen in your childhood that can be so devastating that it makes you push harder, because when someone tells you you can't do something or you can't be something or you'll never amount to something, that person is usually going to be the one that's going to go all the way to the top. And then those people down there are going to be looking around and be like, oh, we didn't know that you were going to become that famous. Can we borrow money now? I just can't wait to just dive more into Barbra Streisand. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed that reaction to Barbra Streisand live at the MGM Grand. I'll know. With Marlon Brando, I'm assuming that was just a part from the movie and she just improvised and sang along with him, which was so funny because she is such a funny girl. But yet, don't piss her off because she can get real on you real quick. I've seen some interviews, and I'll probably post those on here real soon. But yeah, God bless you, Barbara. I love you. I love every part of your life, what you stand for, what you mean. You have been an LGBT advocate, an AIDS advocate, a women's advocate, this advocate. You advocate for the people. So you're not just up there making money and just forgetting everybody else. She knows what it meant to come from hard times. That's all I have to say. But hope that you guys enjoyed that, and there will be plenty more coming along soon. I'm just doing a few tonight just to try to warm up and get back used to being on YouTube. And yeah, it is just you staring at a video. You know there's nobody watching you right now as you're filming, but when you go to edit it and it's released, you know people are going to be watching, and that's the frightening part for me. But I will see you guys on the next video reaction. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your warm and kind words while I was going through my GERD surgery. You will never know how happy that made me feel to know that there was strangers out there who actually cared enough to just type it in the comments to feel better, to get better, to stay strong, and all that other stuff. And that right there shows you there are still good people left out there in this world. And with that, I'm going to end with, I love you guys. No matter where you are in the world, I love you. Mwah.